Uh, we're just going to be discussing again uh, about the current crisis in Ukraine on this, the 21st day, 21st day of February. I pulled myself one day ahead. It's tomorrow is the 22nd. We got 2. Just remember tomorrow is 2. Uh, so anyway, we're going to be discussing about Ukraine. So stay with us here. We're going to try to learn a little more. I want your comments come in. We'll get a little discussion that way. I'm hopefully going to get a guest soon here, a local Ukrainian national or Ukrainian American, I should say, to discuss what's out there. I'm hopeful on that. We should have one soon here. I'm working on that. So we're going to be discussing a little about Ukraine today. Last Friday, President Biden said that Ukraine was going to get invaded. He just basically just said it's going to happen. Now today, here's the comment more. I'll give you the comment now. It's from last Friday. As of the moment I'm convinced he's made the decision, and we have a reason to believe that. That's what Biden said about Putin. Well, today Putin did a little action on that eastern province front where there's a lot of violations of ceasefire, shelling, and etc. He sort of annexed that. He's going to put in troops there. So things are not looking good that way, but we got to have prayer that there will be peace here. That's what I want to talk about for a few moments here this afternoon on this 21st here of February. And nice day to be out, too. I want to say I was out walking just a little. I'll probably do more later, maybe if the sun is still up after the show here. But anyway, so that's what Biden said on Friday, that it's going to be soon. Well, listening to the CNN and MSNBC this afternoon, it seemed like it still was the thinking that it's close to coming and it's not going to be good for Ukraine. There's a lot of speculation that there might be just horrible things happening that Russia might do with the leadership there and everything. So it's just not a good action there. And I think we should be happy that the countries in NATO are standing pretty firm on the situation. So that's the good thing. So let's just talk a moment about what the church's response. What's our response? I know one thing, I should be praying more. I've done some prayer on Ukraine, should do more. We got to do more. Now, over the weekend, this is on last Friday. I'm going to take myself down here. There's a tweet that came out from Franklin Graham. As you can see, it says, "Pray for President Putin today. This may sound like a strange request, but we need to pray that God would work in his heart so that the war could be avoided at all costs. May God give wisdom to the leaders involved in these talks, negotiations, as well as those advising them." Graham got some feedback of kickback, as I think would be the better term, kickback from, well, I don't know, progressives, liberals, I don't know, Democrats, I don't know, or just people that aren't too much into religion. And maybe that some of it's got some truth to it. That there's no mention really of the United States or President Biden in this. And there is a sort of reference to leaders there. So, but we'll have to give him on the right front paying for that Putin moves differently. We got to pray that way. I know there's people across the world, United States, Ukrainians, Orthodox Ukrainians, other just general Ukrainian citizens and Ukrainian Americans praying for this country here. My understanding it's the size of Texas, so that makes that a pretty good size place. So let's get our prayers going. Let's see what we can do on that. If you know something I said last week, if we know somebody in the Russian Orthodox Church, let's get them on board and tell them to slow this down. The war is no good for all involved. And so it's just not going to be a good outcome here. So we'll just have to keep praying that Mr. Putin would step down on this, or I don't know what we stand down or whatever the term is. Maybe that's not the right word. Stand down. Is that the right word? Anyway, put himself down on this. So let's just keep praying on that's what would happen in Ukraine. So let's just keep praying for Ukraine in that situation. It's going to be ongoing. Hopefully on Wednesday, we're going to have some interesting guests. We're working on COVID things, and we'll just see. I got other ideas too, and we'll see what happens here. But one is on COVID. Some friends on that we've had before on the show. So let me tell you a little more about COVID here. Be sure to get your free masks. I'm going to bring that up one more again, of course. I've been talking about that for a while. We'll take your crane down for a moment, but we'll come back to that before we end up. Get your mask at these various stores. And it's finally up at Randall, and this is in King County, most of these things here of King County. I finally arrived at the Randall Walgreens. So get your masks. Those are good masks, quality masks that we need. And also order your tests. Some of you maybe think, oh, no, I don't need to order that test. Well, order your test. Get that request in right now to get your tests. And you get those at the GovTest at covidtest.gov. And I got my 4 tests, and I got to use them more too at times when you need to do that. So that's out there, and I hope you're out there. If you're into housing, remember my friend from World Relief came by, and refugees need housing. So connect with Nate White at World Relief. That was for housing for refugees. And here's a shot of those masks. Those are good, nice quality masks you can pick up at the stores I just highlighted a moment ago. And remember to pick up those free masks. You're supposed to be able to have at least 3 masks to take there. So let's just keep praying on Ukraine and that situation, that we would have a good result there, that there would not be a war. They say over, half or 3/4 of Russian troops are around Ukraine. Now that's pretty ridiculous. It's just so that's on the north, east, and the south with Crimea, which I wonder if I haven't heard this, is I wonder if there's any sanctions on Belarus if this war does start. Belarus, it's to the north there. I don't know much about it, but that's to the north. So let's just keep praying for Ukraine and remember the people there. So that's what's up today. On Wednesday, we're going to have another show, Lord willing, and going to have. I'm working on a guest here, so I think we'll have a guest on Wednesday. So I'll keep you informed on that. So I just want to thank everybody for coming by and visiting with us today. And we'll just have to keep praying on our friends in Ukraine, and just got to keep praying. So anyway, till we see you next time, I want to say God bless out there. God bless. And bye-bye now. And keep praying. Let's keep praying. Bye-bye now.